ஆரோவில் பாரத் நிவாஸ் கலையரங்கத்தில் கட்டுரை போட்டி விருது வழங்கும் விழா 29/2/2024 அன்று நடைபெற்றது. மாண்புமிகு தமிழக ஆளுநர் மற்றும் ஆரோவில் நிர்வாக குழுவின் தலைவர் திரு RN ரவி அவர்கள் மற்றும் மாண்புமிகு துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் டாக்டர் தமிழிசை சவுந்தரராஜன் ஆகியோர் கலந்து கொண்டனர். ஆரோவில் செயலாளர் திருமதி ஜெயந்தி ரவி IAS அவர்கள் உடனிருந்தார். போட்டியில் வெற்றி பெற்ற மாணவர்களுக்கு பரிசுகள் வழங்கப்பட்டது. மாண்புமிகு துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் டாக்டர் தமிழிசை சவுந்தரராஜன் அவர்கள் நிகழ்ச்சியில் பேசுகையில்,
First of all, I congratulate all the participants. So participation is very important. Winning is second. So you have to have the drive of participation. And not only that, I congratulate Madam Jayanti Ravi for continuously taking some efforts, particularly to involve the youth. Because when youth are motivated, definitely the country will be motivated. And as our Honorable Prime Minister always says, this is the youngest country because the large number of young population in the world belongs to our Bharat. And whatever may be the efforts made by the youth, definitely it will occupy a greater position which will make our country to be the top in the world. And when we pay our contributions and when we pay our tributes to Mother or Sri Aurobindo, we are very happy that spiritualism unites the world. And here almost representatives from all the world are here. But one thing which unites us, when we say about our country, it is unity in diversity. But when we say about the representations from all over the world to be a part of Auroville, it is the spiritualism which connects us. And Sri Aurobindo says, even when we are fighting for the freedom for our country, we have to fight for the freedom from our consciousness, freedom from our mistakes, freedom from our laziness. So when we take part in such competitions, really it gives us more strength. It gives us more confidence. So when we are practicing our talents more and more, it gives us confidence. I always tell one story. One king wanted to practice his cock for the cock fight. So he submitted the cock to a saint, saying that please train my cock for fighting. So after 1 month the king came and the cock, from distance some sound of fighting was there, and the cock spread its wings and moving towards the other cocks for fighting. The king got very happy, was very happy. Oh, my cock got trained. So hearing the fighting voice from distance itself, it is ready, it's spreading its wings and it's moving forward to fight. Then the saint told, no, your cock is not ready, you go away. Next month he came. When he came, some cocks were fighting in front. This cock immediately spread its wings and was about to go for fighting. Then the king was very happy. Oh, seeing the cock fighting itself, my cock is ready. It is spreading its wings and going for fighting. Then he told, okay, my cock is ready, please give my cock. The saint told, no, your cock is not ready. Then with sad face he went away. Oh, my cock, hearing the voice, it was ready. This saint is telling it's not ready. Seeing the fight also, my cock is ready for fighting. He is telling it's not ready. Then third time he came. There were sounds of cockfighting from distance, shrill of cocks. In front of also, so many cocks were fighting. This cock was silently moving here and there, very calmly walking. The king got sad. See, everywhere there is fight. My cock is silently walking. What happened to my cock? Now the saint told, your cock is ready, take away your cock. He was very much surprised. He told, when there was fight, when my cock was ready, you told my cock was not ready. Ready for fight, you told my cock was not ready for fighting. But now, distant shrill of cockfighting is heard. And now in front, so many cocks are fighting. My cock is very silently moving here and there, not bothered about that fighting. Now you are telling your cock is ready. Now the saint told, now the cock is confident. Till some fight comes to him, immediately he can react. So he has now gained the experience. So this is the deep feeling of confidence. So whatever, we should not be tensed when such things happen. We have to think deeper, and when problem comes to us, definitely we can react. So that calmness, that confidence is the training, he told. So whatever may be the competition, whatever may be the training, this gives us the confidence. This gives us the motivation. So I'm really very happy to congratulate all the winners. At the same time, all the participants, definitely you can win later. The second time when continuously Madam Jayanti Ravi will be conducting programs, because she is so much committed to this program. And I thank our Honorable Chairman for encouraging the students, because encouragement is the greatest support the youth should be given. Otherwise, this motivation is not there. The talents won't be exhibited. As our Sri Aurobindo said, the future belongs to the young. It is young and new world which is now under process of development, and it is the young who must create it. But it is also a world of truth, courage, justice, and lofty aspirations and straightforward fulfillment which we seek to create. A brave, frank, and clean-hearted, courageous, and aspiring youth is the only foundation on which the future nation can be built. Thank you so much.
மாண்புமிகு தமிழக ஆளுநர் மற்றும் ஆரோவில் நிர்வாக குழுவின் தலைவர் திரு ஆர்.என். ரவி அவர்கள் நிகழ்ச்சியில் பேசுகையில்,
We felt very happy, I felt very happy to see the forward movement, the Orwell is its dynamism. Things are moving forward. When we got to know about our essay competition and various competition filmmaking, while I congratulate the award winners and the participants for the interest they have taken, and I hope that they will continue taking interest hereafter. It's the beginning of it. But I would like to thank Srimati Jayanti Ravi and her team for organizing this outreach program, taking the initiative to create awareness about Sri Aurobindo and the mother among our youth, which is much needed today. Sri Aurobindo, we know that his message, his teaching, his dreams are far more relevant today than at the time when he had jotted down the dreams and he had written down his experiences and his messages. Because the world is at a far more difficult situation today than before. At the time Sri Aurobindo was writing his experiences and eventually wrote his dreams, the world was largely faced with a conflict among humans. He had seen the 2 world wars, he had seen the devastating power of the nuclear weapons. But what he had not seen was the proliferation of these nuclear weapons, conflict between humans and nature, and a new kind of technologies which are coming, which are putting a big question mark on the very future of our existence. The latest being the unknown and uncharted territory of artificial intelligence, when the intelligent machines will take over or are taking over the responsibility of thinking for humans. Now, these are very fraught times. And at this time, we need Sri Aurobindo much more than before. Orwell was his dream, was the dream of mother. And this is a dream where Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is translated in action. When people from across the world, irrespective of their caste, creed, race, linguistic differences, whatever be, they come together and live like a family, a kutumbam. The need to spread the message of Sri Aurobindo to the world with a greater strength, greater intensity. Even our country, when we had the leadership of G20 presidency, when we had, at the time our guiding light or the motto, the theme was Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one future, one earth, one family, one future. Now this sense of oneness, that we are all one, is, while it is necessary for the survival of the world and for a peaceful world, attaining the realization is not that easy. Because we, by sheer our nature, we all, by and large, we live in the world, what is our ancient rishis and saints have said, and what Sri Aurobindo developed it further was essentially in the world of tamas, tamasic, rajasic and sattvic. In tamas we see the differences we fight, our ego is most pronounced. It has to evolve, and evolve to rajas, and then comes to the sattva. And when it reaches that stage of sattvic consciousness, at the time differences drop, because then what Lord Sri Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva bhuteshu enaikyam bhavam abhyavam ikshate avivaktam vibhakteshu tad jnanam vidhi sattvakam. Sarva bhuteshu, all the beings, humans, animals, plants, they are manifestation of the same, they are variations. And here in these variations we see the beauty of indivisible being divided, looking divided. Avibhaktam vibhakteshu. One who is indivisible, cannot be divided, looks divided. All these people, all of us sitting here, each one of us is manifestation of the other, of the same. So that realization that comes, it comes through sadhana. And this is a place where the sadhaks are, the residents who are sadhaks, are here are trying to create a community and demonstrate to the world that yes, we can live together happily. This experiment is also what one should call it is like a Triveni. Triveni, you know. Triveni is a confluence of holy three rivers. But is any holy, auspicious three things coming together. And here is a Triveni of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. What we call integral yoga. Where everyone is a devotional, utmost devotional, surrender to the divine. Everyone is a karma yogi, doing things with total dedication to the divine, not for selfish motive. Niskam karma, as it is said in Bhagavad Gita. Everyone is pursuit of the jnana, the knowledge also. That is transcending, trying to use the reason, use the mind to transcend the mind. Using the mind as an instrument for further evolution. So this is a Triveni. And this Triveni is now has just started moving, flowing. As we can see the report from the brief report from the three committees. It is something which is very heartening for all of us. I'm sure that with the spirit in which we are moving forward, soon we'll be able to create the city, or rather build the city of the dream of the mother. And the city and its residents who are sadhaks will spread the message of Sri Aurobindo to the rest of the world. The beauty of Auroville lies in creating many more Aurovilles. Because when Sri Aurobindo talked about community of Gnostic being, this is one experiment. This alone cannot be sufficient. It has to multiply. But before it multiplies, it has to mature. It has to be mature enough to give the message to the world, a very radiant, intense, strong message that look, we are all one member of a family. This has to. And I'm sure the way it is moving forward, it will happen. And I thank all the residents for taking the due interest in its divine pursuit, fulfilling the destiny for which this city has been was conceived and created. And in days to come, and the days are not far off, when this will be the hub and some more Auroville it will create. It will seed other locations across the world where we'll be able to have more Aurovilles. Thank you very much. Thank you for this. Thanks. Thank you.
ஆரோவில் செயலாளர் திருமதி ஜெயந்தி ரவி ஐஏஎஸ் அவர்கள் நிகழ்ச்சியில் பேசுகையில்
Today is a very special day, the 29th of February. We went up to Mother's room, Sri Aurobindo's room, and had darshan there. And so his knowledge on all of this is very profound. But not just have the knowledge, but the courage to actually walk the talk. These are things that we feel deeply inspired by, and we want to express our gratitude to you, sir, for being here and guiding us. This essay competition, film competition, short films competition was also an idea that started from both the honorable governors, because in their Raj Bhavans and Raj Nivas respectively, they had held these competitions about 2 years ago, and they were very moved and inspired by the participation of a lot of young people from across India. And that is why they said we must try this out to ensure that the ideas, the essence of Sri Aurobindo's teaching really spreads far and wide. And I'm very glad Not only did it take place, the participation was good. It could certainly, there is always scope for it to be even better, even more in terms of numbers. But looking at all of you who have participated and come here all the way, we feel very gratified. I also want to express my deep gratitude to Dr. 𝐃𝐨𝐸 Soundararajan Madam. She's the Governor, Honorable Governor of Telangana and the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. Her proximity, although technically we are in Tamil Nadu, but the proximity to Pondicherry is something that really makes us feel for any event, we reach out to Madam, and it is her absolute generosity that she immediately is here to help us, give us all her support. And ma'am, we have no words to express our deep gratitude, thanks to you. And being an amazing orator, she is somebody that can really, I think, so much of positivity in what she says. So whenever she's here for anything, even if we are going through a bit of chaos, a bit of challenges, her very presence also helps lift all those clouds of confusion or whatever, if there are any, and gives us greater clarity. We're extremely grateful that you're here today with us, ma'am. But finally, I think a big, big, big round of applause and thanks to Sudhaji and Chandrasekhar for patiently going through all the entries. And not only for the English essays and the Tamil essays, but also the short films. So I think there's Mr. Sai also. Vasant Sai, and he too, I think this is again a labor of his love. We have not in any way compensated them in any other way. But I think there's a saying, when you do something for nothing, you get everything, isn't it? I think that's the basis of Auroville. We've all come here often when we have discussions, and I can see Tuan sitting there. We would say that some of you have made this sacrifice and come here, and some of them would object and say, no, we've not made a sacrifice. This is a privilege that we're getting to come here and serve the mother and Sri Aurobindo. So I think in that spirit, when you really do something as a willing servitor with no expectation of anything, I think the divine gives you immensely more than you can imagine. Of course, it cannot be counted in terms of what we, in a myopic way, count as valuables. It may not be in terms of money, name, fame, but then I think far more integral things that we a life of plenitude that really needs all these dimensions of fulfillment. So again, I want to express my deep gratitude to them. And finally, now to the young participants, we're very glad they've come from far off places. We have one person from Delhi, Springdales. We have a person from Palakkad, Christ University, Bangalore, different parts of Pondicherry, Tamil Nadu. And I think it's wonderful that any other state that I've left out of India, Kolkata. So who is, this young gentleman is from Kolkata. So wonderful that we want to express our appreciation that you've all participated in it. But your work just starts now. You see, we've given you a compensation. So I'm from the Gujarat cadre. So I've become a bit of a Gujarati, which means we do a bit of vasool of what. So you're all young children. The very fact that this gave you an opportunity to read about Sri Aurobindo itself is a big gift, isn't it? Once again, I want to also thank all the community coordinator representatives or community coordinators who are here. The numbers may not be very big. It was a bit of a short notice, but I think we're very grateful you're all here. And we look forward to implementing all the things that the governing board had asked us to do, which is basically nothing but the condensed essence of what the mother's vision was, the mission was, and what the earlier governing boards had also, in a way, wanted to do, but from the plane of deciding, thinking, ideology, to the plane of actually making it happen on the ground. We're all in that point. And I'm very glad when Arun showed the presentation, we could see almost the whole crown. We could see the circularity of the crown shining through the green trees around. This is not that any of us have any less respect for green trees. We love green trees and greenery. And just to again make this fact known that the crown and the trees that we're cutting is only 0.14% of the total trees that are there. So which means 99.84% of the trees are going to be intact. And eventually for all the trees that are cut, we're also going to have, we have a special officer also from the Forest Service, Manjula Valliji. We're planning a major plantation drive also wherever it can be properly done in a manner that the city exists along with the green that it should be enveloped with. So once again, thank you for all your generosity of time and all of you to be here, the winners, and all the other jury members who have also come here. I know you all would have been of great support to Madam and Chandrasekharji. We take this opportunity to get today again on a very special day, the day of the descent of the supramental. Although some of us may not fully understand what it means, but we understand it's a day for us to really aspire and feel the presence of something which is that divinity within us, but which is really to reach up and shed things like our ego, anger, lust, hatred, jealousy, all of this to move forward. Let's continue with this. On that note, I again express my deep gratitude to all of you for being here. Namaste, vanakkam. Thank you.